What is going on, guys, and welcome to the Elimination Chamber 2017 pay-per-view preview and predictions. We're going to be predicting each and every single matchup, talking about the storyline up until now, talking about the build-up, giving it a rating out of 10, telling you what match I think is going to steal the show, and also kind of what order. I sometimes like to just go through with the order in which I think is going to happen. But today is obviously the 12th of February, and it is Elimination Chamber tonight. A fantastic stipulation. In fact, my favourite, I think, bar the Royal Rumble stipulation. I think Elimination Chamber is one of my favourites. I'm a bit disappointed that we've only got one chamber match, and that this is a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. But hopefully things will be good, and we'll get what could be an incredible Elimination Chamber match. Because if you look at talent, you'd have to say this Elimination Chamber has got all the realms to be an absolutely incredible match. We're going to go in we're not going to go in chronological order, but we will go match by match previewing tonight's show, so I can upload them as separate videos as well for people that prefer it that way. But it is this Sunday. It's the 12th of February. Now, apologies, this is late. If I'm totally honest with you, I already assumed for some unknown reason that I'd already uploaded the video. Turns out I actually haven't. So I don't know why. I'm sitting around. I know Elimination Chamber's coming up. I'm just I thought to myself, hang on a minute, I haven't actually uploaded a prediction video. So that's fantastic. But there you go, that's just me. Apologies for sounding a little bit not oppressed, but a bit today. But this week's just been shit, from being honest with you. There's a couple of stuff's hit me quite hard, and a couple of stuff that I didn't foresee happening has been pretty shit. Chelsea drew today, which just pissed me off even more. So apologies about that. I'm going to try and put on a happy face at least for this video, and hopefully tonight's show won't piss me off too much, although this is WWE, so they more than likely will. I mean, looking at the match card, it has potential to be a very, very good show. Although, the Royal Rumble, I think I said the famous line of not even WWE could mess up this Royal Rumble match, and they did. So anything's possible in not football. Someone said that to me today. Anything's possible in football, Cameron. No, anything's possible in the WWE. That's what anything possible is about. Anyway, I've rambled on for miles too long. Let's get into today's preview, and we'll start with the pre-show match. So let's get into it and start with the pre-show match. So on the pre-show, we have an absolutely eagerly anticipated match. I can't believe they put this on the pre-show. It's a good main event, the show. It's Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins. Yay! Give me a yay if you're excited. Nobody said anything, did they? I mean, I don't understand. What the hell is the point? I don't care. I don't care, but I don't know why. I mean, I suppose it'd be nice that they're on the card. Mojo Rawley will win. I suppose they needed something for the pre-show, I suppose. But if that's meant to entice me to watch the pre-show, I'm afraid to say it kind of fucking hasn't worked, dare I say it. But I mean, I suppose there's a little bit of history the commentators could play on. The fact that Kurt Hawkins used to be friends with Zack Ryder and tag team partners, and now Mojo is. I mean, I'm clutching at straws, but that's the only thing I can think of. Mojo Rawley, we get the win. The build up to this match, well, there hasn't really been any. So it's difficult to rate that. We'll give it a 0 out of 10. Percentage chance of stealing the show, and as you know, these percentages never work because you can't add them up and make 100. So, but you play with me, folks. I think this has got a no. Out of all of them, it's the least likely to steal the show. 1 out of 8. No, that didn't really make a lot of sense, did it? No, look, 0% chance of stealing the show. So Mojo Rawley versus Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins. If I just told you that match and you didn't even realise it was happening, there's no surprise there. That's going on the pre-show. It's going to be an absolute classic. And Mojo Rawley, I think, will just about sneak the win after 2 hours worth of unbelievable wrestling. Only on the WWE Network for $9.99. I'm gonna, if you guys follow me on Twitter, MrWWEcam, I am going to be raging tonight, folks, because my internet has been playing up like hell this week, more than usual, and it's usually terrible. I posted a picture on Twitter. You have to scroll down a couple of days, but it was like 0 point something or other speed. It's absolutely terrible. I'm going to be raging today on Twitter. Tonight, because I guarantee the network freezes and does all its crap anyway. So the fact that my internet's terrible, it's just a recipe for a disaster. But before you go, pay for it on pay-per-view. No, because I paid for Royal Rumble on pay-per-view. The first hour and a half, The audio was out of sync. The visual was all cocked up. And they didn't even give me a refund. They did give us £13 worth of free sort of shit, so it's not too bad, but even still, I'm pissed. Anyway, let's get into the next match. So, as I say, Mojo Rawley vs. Kurt Hawkins kickoff match. It's going to go with Mojo Rawley. Why have they brought Kurt Hawkins back? It's just sort of dawned on me. What was the point, WWE? Seriously, can someone explain to me what on earth the point was of bringing him back? No, I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, what an unbelievable... Oh, my God. Oh dear. Oh no, I thought it said what an explosive match this will be, but no, it hasn't actually said that. So yeah, that's lovely. I don't know where this excuse me, transpired from. I don't know. They probably just filmed something. But are they trying to... I don't know. I've got to get over this. I've got to stop talking about this match because it's boring me. Right, so let's move on to the next match. So as I say, Mojo Rawley versus Kurt... I'm going to chuck them keys, so I keep touching them. Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins. Mojo Rawley getting the win. How do you say his name? Mojo Rawley or Mojo Rawley? Or Rawley? I don't really know. Anyway, let's get on to the next one. Okay, so what is going to open the show? I hear you ask. In my opinion, what will open the show? On TLC? What will open the show on Elimination Chamber? I'm going to go for one of the women's matches. Just because I think that would be smart, being so this free. You don't want to put back-to-back women's matches. Not that they're not capable of putting on unbelievable matches, but I just don't think that would be a good idea. It's like if you had 3 tag matches, you don't really put 3 tag matches in a row. So yeah, that being said, I think probably the Dolph Ziggler match will open the show. Oh shit, I'm finding myself too funny. But yeah, no, I do. I'm going to guess that Dolph Ziggler will open the show because they're not very logical. So yeah. They'll probably will do 3 Divas matches, not Divas match, my apologies, women's matches in a row. But Apollo Crews and Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, Ziggler needs the win. If he gets the win, Crews and Kalisto look like absolute dog shit. A couple of people said that to me and I totally agree. So it's kind of, WWE have kind of booked themselves into a corner here, which is a bit like what they've done with a match we'll talk about a little bit later on. So, yeah, I mean, it's just great, booking yourself into a corner. How they're going to get out of it, God knows. I'd quite like to see Kalisto versus Apollo Crews in a tag team. I was thinking about this while I was in the shower the other day, and yeah, as you do, whilst I was singing a Whitney Houston song, I just thought to myself, we need a new tag team on SmackDown because yes, we've got Breezango and oh god, I can't say their name properly. Ascension and the Vaudevillains, but they're nothing that special. There's only 2 top teams really on SmackDown. I think Breezango could be. He's starting to run, kind of lost their spark a little bit, but he's American Alpha Uso. So we need another big team. And I think the meshing of the 2, Apollo Crews and Kalisto, would work very, very well together. Not doing a lot at the moment. They're obviously quite clearly friends, so maybe we could see them go into a tag team together. I'd like to see that. Anyway, that's what I was thinking about on the show, so I thought I'd share it with you. Who do I think is going to win this match? I'm going to go with Ziggler, for the simple fact that I don't think they're going to... I mean, it's hard to tell because they are booking him ever so slightly strangely. He got 1 win against Kalisto a week ago and then lost him very, very quickly. And then lost to Crews very, very quickly. Ziggler's heel turn is a slow burner. It's been okay so far. The question is, what do they do here? They've already got 2 options. You can have Ziggler overcome the odds and win. But then, as... Again, KW mentioned in the comments, he said, if that happens, it kind of makes you want to root for Ziggler because he's overcome the odds, which is something a face would do. So again, WWE has just really been retarded in this whole entire thing. But anyway, I believe that was KW who said that. I apologise if it wasn't. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, if I'm totally honest with you, what the hell they're going to do. Or you have Ziggler lose and go on an absolute, as I say, go to that deeper, darker place. KW definitely mentioned this about Ziggler possibly going to a darker place and joining the Wyatt family. So it's an interesting thought. I haven't really ever thought about it. You'd need to grow a beard, but I would not be opposed to it. I think it would be... I like the idea of adding people to the Wyatt family, making them... I think it's a great faction. So yeah, it could be something that WWE delves into. But yeah, at the moment, obviously, we're just talking about this match. And as I said, I think Ziggler will win. Just about. I don't want to say just about. But again, I don't know how he's going to win. I don't know how this match is even going to make any sense. So it will be very, very interesting to see what goes on and where it goes from here. But Apollo Crews and Kalisto, if they lose, they look terrible. If they win, yes, it could be something very, very big for them. Ziggler, if he loses, he looks not terrible, but you would kind of say to yourself, well, why have they, what is going on with this? Do you see what I'm saying? And if he wins, he looks great. So I suppose it's not really a win-win. And they're going to struggle to come out this match without anybody looking too stupid. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So that, for me, is going to be the first match of the show. What's its build been? 2 out of 5. Nothing too special. It's plodded along. It's been okay. If we're talking about the Ziggler itself, I'd probably go 2.53. But as we're talking about the whole feud in general, I'm going to give it a 2. It seems a bit harsh, to be fair. But that's what I'm going to give it to. Chance of stealing the show. It's a handicap match, so it won't steal the show. So I'm going to give it a 0% chance of stealing the show. Let's move on then to the next match, which will be one of the women's matches. And, yeah, let's move on to that one. So I believe next up will be Nikki Bella versus Natalya. Now, I'm disappointed they haven't added a stipulation to this match. I'm hoping they do. Make it no disqualifications. Make these tear each other. Okay, I don't know why I got really aggressive there. But anyway, as I say, Nikki Bella versus Natalya in a singles match for nothing. Who do I think is going to win? Let's just go straight off the back. Straight off the back. I just had a little Tourette's attack there. Nikki Bella will win. Don't be stupid. Thingy is not winning. Thingy as in Natalya. They just, no. This is just to book Nikki well so she can probably somehow sneak herself into the fucking title picture tonight. What am I talking about? Title picture tonight? WrestleMania title picture. That's what I'm going to say. So yeah, Nikki Bella will win. What this needs to be is needs to be given time, number one. Like all the 3 women's matches, needs to be given time. And it needs to be aggressive, vicious, violent, because that's what this feud has been all about. It's been about that intensity, and they need to bring that to the match. You know, I don't want, little lovely little submission holds. I want them to beat each other up. And I want to see one of the most... And I'm not saying you need blood, because WWE won't ever do that. But what I want to see is a stiff match. And we don't get to see that often with the women. And I want to see that tonight. I want to see a stiff match between the two, where stiff shots, and make it feel real, make it feel, make us prove to us that you do actually truly hate each other. Look, the build to this match has been okay. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I think it's going well up until SmackDown this week, where that segment kind of sucked and kind of zapped the life out of it a bit. So I'm actually going to give it a 2.5. But it's been okay. I think there's a chance here. If Natalya wins, I think it would be a smart idea, because I think it would really build Natalya as becoming a credible threat in the women's champion. And I think, look at it this way, I think if Nikki Bella loses, I don't think it ruins her credibility. I think if Natalya loses, I think it makes people go, Natalya's never going to win again. So that's why I'd go Natalya, but I do think Nikki Bella will win. As I say, this match should be okay. Chance of stealing the show. Natalya's very, very good in the ring. She can hang there with the Sashas and the Charlottes and the Beckys of the world. Nikki Bella not... Excuse me. Not so... My throat's really stuck. Right, sorry about that. I had a bit of a coughing fit. No, I'm going to go again. Nikki Bella, not so much. This is a joke. Right, let's try again. I had a little bit of a coughing fit there, and I kept trying to start the video. It's like 10 times I had to, try and restart, and I keep coughing again, so apologies. But what I was saying, Natalya, she can hang with the best of them. Nikki Bella, not so much. I don't think in the ring she's as good as a Natalya or a Sasha Banks or somebody like that. Not for me, anyway. That being said, this match could be good. But give it 10% chance of stealing the show. Very, very unlikely. They'd have to really if they add blood into this match and make it a no disqualification, then maybe. But I don't see it myself. So yeah, that's Nikki Bella and Natalya done. Nikki Bella going to win the match. The story, the build, as I say, 2.5 chance of stealing the show. 10% chance. Could be a decent match. But yeah, not anything special. I think it'll be an okay. I think it'll be a good match. That's what I think. I think it'll come out saying it's a good match. Move on then. Let's move on to the Tag Team Championship match. Okay, so there's Tag Team Turmoil action for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships, which are held by American Alpha. Now, the build to this match, let's just be honest here. The tag teams have just been neglected on SmackDown at the moment, and I'm going to give it a 0.5 out of 5. Does that make any sense? 0.5 out of 5? I suppose it did make sense. since American Alpha have been champs, they've just kind of been forgotten, which is such a shame. But this is their night to really prove why they're champions and show why they're the best freaking tag team in WWE at the moment. And, really put on a great show. Tag Team Turmoil action will be great. You know, I do like Tag Team Turmoil things. I do feel sorry for the guys that come out first, but no doubt I'll be like the VAR villains or something. Let's predict let's actually predict order of elimination. VAR villains out first. Breezango out second. Heath Slater and Rhino out third. The Ascension out fourth. I think they'll book them a little bit strong. I think they're trying to kind of make them a little bit more credible, because I think what will happen after the Usos face American Alpha at WrestleMania is probably the Ascension will probably then come after American Alpha. That's just my personal opinion anyway. They need another heel tag team to look pretty good. Second, so runner-up in Tag Team Turmoil, the Usos. I think American Alpha will retain their title. So I really hope they do, because I don't think they've been given a chance yet to really showcase why they are very, very good. And a very, very good tag team. Very, very good tag team. It should be a great match. Some really good tag teams in here. If they do the eliminations not too quickly, let the match slowly build, they could make this into a 30-odd minute match. But I think it'll probably be 20 minutes. I think it's going to be a good match. Chance of it stealing the show, 25% chance. I think it's got a chance, but not a massive one. More likely not to steal the show than it is to steal the show. Winners American Alpha. Who do I want? American Alpha. I think it should be a decent match. As I say, the build has been non-existent. The tag team divisions haven't been booked particularly well on SmackDown for a long time, really. So, hopefully this match will showcase... It's a chance for the tag team division to showcase what they're made of and to prove why they really do need to be on the television each and every week. Why they're a really important and integral part of SmackDown, which I think they are. There's nothing better than a good old tag team match, and if SmackDown could start including that on the show, that would be a real, real positive. But for me, American Alpha are going to get the win in Tag Team Turmoil action. Okie dokie, so the next match, I'm having a cough fit, I'm crying at this point, so apologies. I think they'll probably go for Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. No stipulation to this, which isn't a problem. The build, I think, has been very, very good. I like the introduction of Mickie James. I like the whole luchador thing. I think it's done well. I think it adds a new dimension. It allows Alexa Bliss to move on to, Naomi, which we'll talk about in a minute. It allows her to do that. Therefore, I think it's a good thing. I think it's, I think Mickie James on the mic is very, very good, and we saw that with the segment on SmackDown, the dual contract sign. I think it was a great segment. I really did. I think it was great. I think the build-up to this match, let's give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. I think it's been decent, to say the least. Chance still on the show. This one has a chance. I'm still going to give it a 25% chance. I don't think it's got a massive chance. I do think it's got I think the problem I have, and the reason I'm not giving it a 50% chance, is because I don't think it'll be given the time. If I'm honest. I think that it won't be given enough time. And they'll be short for time because Tag Team Turmoil will probably go on long. Elimination Chamber is a long match. So I think they're going to struggle to be able to give, Becky and Mickie any more than about 10 minutes. And I think to have a great match and to have a match that could steal the show, I think they need 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And I'd love to see them get it, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Who's going to win? This one's tough to call. And a lot of the matches are tough to call tonight. Let's just go through what I've already predicted. Nikki Bella versus Natalya. I would be surprised if Natalya won, to be fair. Tag Team Championship, I wouldn't be surprised if the Usos win. And Apollo Crews and Kalisto, I went with Ziggler, but again, I wouldn't be surprised with any other way. As for Becky Lynch and Mickie James, it is hard to it's so tough to call. I'm going to go with... We'll have had a couple of faces win. I'm going to go with Mickie James. I think probably Mickie needs it. She can maybe cheat to get the win. I wouldn't like Alexa Bliss to get involved. Look, I'm going to predict Mickie James, but I could quite easily be wrong. And I could quite easily see Becky Lynch winning. But no, this has been a really good feud. And I'm so happy Mickie James is back. I think she's a fantastic in-ring athlete. I think she's fantastic on the mic as well. I like her character. I like her kind of, her friendship with Alexa Bliss and how I don't really think it's actually genuine. I think they're going to split up, and I like it. I think it's good. It's nice, as I say, it's always nice to see legends come back, and I would class her as a women's legend. I would, and yeah, as I say, it's nice to see her come back. Obviously, she was at TNA and on the independent scene as well. So yeah, she obviously had a little stint in NXT. Literally one match, I think, with Oscar, or I can't say her name properly, Asuka. So yeah, no, as I say, this feud out of 5, sorry, build's been a 3.5. I think it's very, very solid. I think this match should be a good match if given time. Will it be given time? I don't think so. But for me, Mickie James going to be getting the victory and marching on to WrestleMania, well within the picture for the title. So yeah, Mickie James going to be getting the victory, and I am kind of a little bit disappointed that we're not getting a Divas, a women's, sorry. Fucking hell, I still fucking call it Divas sometimes. A women's Elimination Chamber, if I'm honest. But never mind. Always next year, I suppose. Always next year. So for me, Becky Lynch versus Mickie James will be a great match. If given time, could be a real good match. Mickie James narrowly picking up the victory. Next up, we're going to talk about Luke Harper versus Randy Orton. I'm still going on the order that I think is going to happen with the show. I think, being as I've left Alexa Bliss and Naomi, I think they'll probably go before the Elimination Chamber. Because I think Randy Orton will obviously have some sort of influence, same with possibly Luke Harper, in the main event match, whether that be after the match. So I don't think they'll just have it and then basically, I think this one will go. It won't be the penultimate match. It will be the penultimate match, which makes no sense. But anyway, this could be a great match. Again, it's got to be given time, but more than time, it's going to have to be a bit like the Natalya versus Nikki Bella one. It has to be no submission holds, just them beating each other up. Stiff shots, and they can both work stiff, Luke Harper especially. Now, again, they've booked themselves into a corner with this match. Harper really needs to win if he's going to go on a little face run, which I think could work. And I mean, WWE haven't got many faces, so only really Dean Ambrose and John Cena are top faces of the company. Well, at the moment, Ambrose has got the IC title, so Luke Harper would, if a heel won the championship, WrestleMania or whatever, he would probably be in line. Now, my dream scenario, folks, is the following. Luke Harper pins Randy Orton clean this Sunday at Eliminate. What the hell? Just pins him any fucking how. I don't really care how. Just pins him. Wyatt then wins the Elimination Chamber. We then have Wyatt as the champion, facing Randy Orton at WrestleMania because he won the Rumble. Luke Harper saying to Randy Orton, well, hang on a minute. I pinned you. So surely I deserve a shot at Bray Wyatt's title as well. And then we get in a triple threat match. The Wyatt family in Carnage, in Chaos, triple threat, Wyatt, Luke Harper, Randy Orton. The way they could use that and the way they could use Wyatt in the main, in that WrestleMania match would be insane. How you could hint that they're still under Bray Wyatt's spell. I mean, it would just be a booker's absolute dream to be able to book Bray Wyatt versus Luke Harper and Randy Orton. It's almost impossible to get it wrong. It could be really something very, very special. As it is, I don't think that will happen. I think Orton will pick up the victory, because I suppose he kind of needs to, but I think if Wyatt's sitting ringside, and if Wyatt kind of distracts Orton a little bit, that would kind of, because I mean, I think Wyatt's going to win the Elimination Chamber. Spoiler alert, I'll talk about that a little bit more later. Therefore, Orton there needs to be a bit of animosity between Wyatt and Orton, because there really hasn't been any, which has been fine. But, there needs to be something. So maybe it could start in this match against Luke Harper. Maybe unintentionally Bray Wyatt could cost Randy Orton the match. I don't know. But, yeah. But that's the only way I can see Luke Harper win, if I'm honest. But I think Randy Orton will get a win, because I suppose he kind of does need it. He is number one contender, etc. So, yeah. For me, Randy Orton gets the win in what has to be a hard-hitting affair. We need it to be two heavyweights going at it. This rivalry, they just need to be able to just basically go and just keep punching each other and fucking destroying each other. Orton's got that match in him. It's just, does he want to bring it? Does he want to play the game? Or does he want to do a nice Randy Orton match? I'm hoping he doesn't, and he wants to really go at it with Luke Harper. Not like that. Oh my god! But yeah, hopefully we get to see something special. Chance of stealing the show, about a 25% chance again, because I just think it will be a bit WWE, rather than them just letting them go at it. There will be the kind of typical Randy Orton comeback thing, and yeah, I just don't think they'll let this match go the way it should. It's an interesting dynamic because Orton will get cheered by the crowd, no doubt. Luke Harper's meant to be the face, so that could be difficult as well. But yeah, this feud, this whatever you want to call it, comes to a head this Sunday at Elimination Chamber tonight. Elimination, keep saying this Sunday, it's fucking Sunday, can you dickhead? Anyway, let's move on to the next match, Alexa Bliss versus Naomi. So Naomi has, really been very, very good on SmackDown. Past sort of month, she's been coming out looking very, very good. I think, she wasn't really involved post-brand split on SmackDown. She's kind of the most underused superstar on the division, but she's so athletic, most athletic in the division. And I think tonight it's a big test. It's a test for Alexa Bliss. Is she on the level of Becky Lynch? And Sasha Banks and the Charlottes and Baileys and that of this world. Can she put a good match on against anybody? Naomi, big test for her as well. Can she step up and put on a good match in the main event women's match? Obviously, it's not the main event, but it's the main event of the women's proportion of the show. I hope both answers are yes. Naomi's been on a very good run recently. I think Alexa Bliss will retain. But don't put it past them from putting the title on Naomi. Being so, WrestleMania's in her home state in Florida. So don't be surprised if they do. But at the same time, it would be kind of surprising. So yeah, be surprised. That made no sense. I like Naomi. I think she's very, very good. I'm glad that they've given her a new finisher. Her entrance, she actually does live. She's billed from Orlando, Florida. That's actually where she does live as well. And that wasn't where she was born. She was born in Florida. Anyway, they're getting completely off topic. So yeah, I've been very, very impressed with that. As I say, her entrance is not my type of thing. Feel the glow. Yeah, okay. But you look back when she was in Team Bad, she's really come a long way, and credit to her. I think she's. I always have said she's one of the most underrated women's. Obviously, former diva. When they used to be called divas, I always say she was one of the most underrated divas. Now, obviously, she's got lost in the shuffle a little bit with Becky and Mickie James and Sasha and Charlotte and Bayley come at the forefront. But she's showing that she can, and Alexa Bliss, she's showing she can hang there with them. And I think tonight will prove whether she really can hang there with them. As I say, Alexa Bliss will win. Chance to steal the show. I see it unlikely for stealing the show, if I'm honest. Out of all the women's matches, Becky Lynch and Mickie James has the most potential to steal the show. I'm going to give it a 10% chance. I've seen the show. Be interested to see how long they get. Be interested to see if Naomi does win, how they book her. Hopefully looking relatively strong. And exactly what match we're going to get at WrestleMania for these women in the SmackDown division. I don't quite know what we're going to get. Maybe a ladder match? I don't know. It's been the year of first. Maybe they could do that. Although I think they'll probably want to do that for the IC title. On Raw, I think it's probably going to be like a fatal four-way. But in SmackDown, it's not as obvious, which is not necessarily a bad thing. That can be a very, very good thing. Can mean that leave that unpredictability-ness. Can mean that going up to and the road to WrestleMania is not complete because we as of yet don't know. Right, guys, I don't know what I was talking about before that interruption. I have no idea even what match I was talking about. I assume I still was talking about Naomi, Alexa Bliss. I hope so. Anyway. So yeah, Alexa Bliss is going to get the victory. We're interested to see how they book Naomi in defeat. And yeah, exactly where it goes from here. As I said, it's not a bad thing not knowing where things are going to go. It means the road to WrestleMania can still have some twists and turns, certainly with this feud and rivalry, and that the match card is not as set perhaps as the rumor sheets and Dave Meltzer would make want to let you know. In his mind, everything's set in stone. But I don't necessarily think WrestleMania is ever as set as set in stone as people like him claim it to be. How they just claim that, oh yeah, they were doing Undertaker Cena, but then they just threw that out the window. I don't think they ever had an idea of what they were doing with Undertaker, if I'm honest with you. Let's move on to the big one, the main event, the Elimination Chamber. But as I say, Alexa Bliss versus Naomi. Oh yeah, shit, build up. Build up. Oh shit! I didn't do build up for Luke Harper, Randy Orton. Build up to Luke Harper, Randy Orton. I'll probably give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's been very, very good. Alexa Bliss, Naomi, 3 out of 5. Let's move on to the main event. Okie dokie, so this is what we're all talking about. This is what the pay-per-view is named. Elimination Chamber. It's the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship. Cena, Styles, Ambrose, Miz, Corbin, Wyatt. You look at those names, you look at those stars, and you say, Cena, champ, putting in some very, very good, great work. Styles, putting the best work of his life. Miz, best work of his life. Corbin, best work of his life. Wyatt, looking very, very good. Ambrose, maybe not so much, but he is, he's the IC champ. I mean, Styles, I say, best, he's on fire in WWE at the moment. He's hot in WWE at the moment. I don't necessarily think it's perhaps his best work ever because New Japan, he was just doing incredible stuff. But I mean, Styles is just incredible wherever he goes. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, let's just rank the likelihood of winning. Miz, 6. Ambrose, 5. Corbin, 4. Styles, 3. Cena, 2. Wyatt, 1. My prediction is Wyatt. I think it's pretty much a dead set. I do. Only other thing I can see out is Cena retaining. Now, if Cena retains, it's Cena Orton at WrestleMania. Nobody wants to see that. Wyatt wins, Wyatt Orton, possibly Wyatt Orton Harper, possibly Wyatt Orton Cena. But I think, that has to be the better option. Now, the only other option, Ambrose, Miz, Corbin, they have no chance. Styles has a slight chance. He's the outsider that is very, very unlikely, but still has a slight chance. And we're talking a slim fucking chance, like a 2% chance. Ambrose, Miz, Corbin have no chance. Which is ridiculous because they're in the match. But anyway. So, yeah. For me, if Styles wins and sets up Styles versus Orton, that is a dream match. But they don't need to do that. They don't need to do that now. They've got the Wyatt Orton Harper thing that is just there to be done. Leave Styles Orton for later. Leave Styles versus Orton for after. Same with Wyatt Styles. Leave it. You don't want to throw all your eggs into one basket, because if you do, then you're going to find yourself having to do Cena versus Orton a lot of times on SmackDown. So the fact that they've, as I say, you don't want to throw out a load of great matches because then you leave yourself. What then do you do at SummerSlam? Shit, that thing's gone the other way. What do you do at SummerSlam? What do you do, building up to SummerSlam? What do you do at Money? You know what I mean? So you've got to be careful with not giving people too many feuds and too many rivalries off the bat, because you're then craving the bloody draft so that you can have some new things. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent. Now, although I think Wyatt will win, and I think this is great, this is Wyatt's night, finally he's going to be champion, and boy does he deserve it. It will be such a pretty sight and such a great sight. And yes, although it is, everyone expects Wyatt to win, so there's not going to be that shock element. But at the same time, the fact that Wyatt will finally be champ, will finally be getting it after years and years of, many people think he deserves it. It will be a great sight for the fan that's watching, the regular fan, the hardcore fan, should I say. However, I'm still not 100% sure. I'm still will be surprised if they allow Cena to drop the title 2 weeks after he won it. That would surprise me. Super Cena drops the title after 2 weeks. I'd be surprised. I hope it happens, but I'd be surprised, put it that way. The most underwhelming thing would be a Cena retain, if I'm honest. I can't get excited about Randy Orton Cena. I just can't. I can't get excited for it again. It's been done miles too much. There's no real new element. The only new element to the feud would be the fact that Randy Orton would be a member of the Wyatt family. But this match could be booked fantastically, with the inclusion of Wyatt, with the Orton thing, with the Luke Harper element. Corbin's looking great, Miz looking great. I mean, who the bloody hell's going to be eliminated first? I mean, it's almost impossible to see. I tell you what I'd love to see. I tell you what I'd love to see, folks. I'd love to see Cena get eliminated first. Get the champ out first, shock the bloody world, have Cena curl up and cry up into a little ball, as we head into the road to WrestleMania when whoever he faces. But anyway, But just so that we're like, oh shit, we're going to get a new champ. Who do I think is going to go out first? Fuck, it's tough to say. Miz. Miz first. Ambrose second. Styles third. Corbin fourth. Cena fifth. Wyatt wins. That's the order I'm going with. Although I could see it going anyway. I hope Corbin looks strong. I think he will. What an Elimination Chamber match this could be, though. Styles could absolutely do something incredible. Such a great stipulation. It really, really is. And, you know, the amount of... They very rarely cock this up, WWE. And I don't see how they could cock this one up. But yeah, probably go 30 minutes. This will be match of the night. I give it a 50-odd%. I give it a 60% chance of being the match of the night. Should be a great match. Should be the coronation of Bray Wyatt. Should be him getting finally what he deserves, that being the WWE title. But anyway, I'll be doing the video. Otherwise, I'm never going to get all this shit up in time. So yeah, my predictions, let's just run through very, very quickly. Mojo Rawley to win. Wyatt to win. Nikki Bella to win. American Alpha to win. Alexa Bliss to win. Mickie James to win. Dolph Ziggler to win. And Randy Orton to win. 8 matches. 4 heels. 4 faces. But the only thing I'm thinking about with this whole Randy Orton Bray Wyatt thing, and why I think they might get Luke Harper involved, is because otherwise there's not really a face in this feud. Certainly going to be an interesting night. Elimination Chamber is all going to be about the Wyatt family. Is it Bray Wyatt's night? Or is Super Cena going to reign supreme again? And at WrestleMania we see Cena versus Orton for the 1,000,000th and 700,000th time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I fucked up the number. But anyway, let's deal with it. Goodbye. Be back with a review tomorrow. Probably 3 p.m. GMT time. So what's that? 10 a.m. Eastern? You think? 9 Eastern? I don't know. Work it out, folks. Middle of the afternoon in GMT time. Take 5-6 hours off if you're in America, or Canada, I think. So what? 7, 6, 5, 4? I don't know. Anyway, you guys, I'm sure, can work it out. You're better mathematicians than me. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.